Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Hazman and together with my teammate Nur Aisha, we'll be presenting to you about one of the France region known as Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes. Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes is a region in the east central of France with a population about 8 million people where the land covers an area of 69,711 km square, making it the third largest region in the nation. The region's name was created with the merge of two former regions known as Auvergne region and Rhône-Alpes region in the early 2016. It was one of the efforts from the France's previous president in his plan for territorial reformation that has reduced the number of regions from 21 to 13. This was done to administer the redundancies in the excessive regional authorities for cost reduction. So today, Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes consists of 12 departments and one metropolis with Lyon as the prefecture. Auvergne region and Rhône-Alpes region have their own specialty in terms of attraction based on their geography, sociology, economy and culture. For instance, Auvergne region is famous with its hilly terrain and volcanoes area attracting hikers around the world. Meanwhile, Rhône-Alpes region has become attraction because of its large river that allows various nautical activities and ski areas in the valley during winter season. With the merge of these two great regions, the new region has become more diverse and prosperous. In the Auvergne region, Clermont-Ferrand is the major urban center in this large rural region, which is known as the University City, economic hub, and home to the Michelin Tire Company. The region is also home to a chain of volcanoes known as Chaîne de Pluie that began forming about 70,000 years ago. Auvergne is one of the least populated regions in Europe, and it lies at the heart of empty diagonal and a swath of sparsely populated territory running from northeastern to southwestern of France. The region is predominantly agricultural with tourism slowly growing. Both beef and dairy cattle are plenty and there are several well-known cheeses such as Bleu d'Auvergne, Cantal, Fort Mademberg, and Saint-Nectaire. Meanwhile, in the Rhône-Alpes region, the three main cities are Lyon, Grenoble, and Saint-Étienne. The area includes a large part of different historic provinces including the Savoy and the Dauphiné. It stretches from the plains of the Bresse in the north to the lower reaches of the Rhône in the south, and from the highest peaks of the Alps on the Italian border in the east to beyond the Loire River in the west. It has international borders with Switzerland and Italy where it acts as the main lines of communication from northern and central France to these two countries. So among the cities, we highly think that Lyon is the best tourist attraction in France. So be sure to stay tuned with us as we will elaborate more on why you should agree with us. Lyon, which located on a high site at the junction of Rhône and Saône rivers, is the capital of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes region in east-central France. After Paris and Marseille, it is France's third largest city. Surprisingly, Lyon claims to be France's second most popular tourist destination ahead of Nice and Strasbourg, despite the fact that it has no world-class museums, no grand cathedral, and none of the top 30 tourist attractions until 2014. But in fact, Lyon is France's third largest city as well as one of the country's oldest cities and is known as the country's culinary capital. The Vix Lyon, the city's enormous hall center, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Europe's greatest ensemble of Renaissance buildings. The confluence of the Saône and Rhône rivers is the center of a city with a population of nearly 2 million people. Lyon serves as a hub for road and rail connections between Paris and South France, the Alps and Italy, and the Northern Europe and Spain. In and near the old city, there are a lot of spots to see and visit and a lot of freedoms to partake in the city's life and encounters. And also, there are numerous occasions that only happen in Lyon during the year. Founded by the Romans in the 43 before century, Lyon was one of the most important cities of the Roman Empire and was the capital of Gaul, an area that included most of the modern-day France and Belgium. During the Middle Ages, it was an important trading city on the routes from northwestern Europe to the Mediterranean Sea and to Italy. It later became known as capital of French silk weaving and later as important textile center. Today, it is a major industrial and business hub with excellent rail and road links and one of the France's busiest provincial airports.
Next, top tourist spots. Firstly, Lyon's impressive cultural heritage is exemplified by the Museum of Fine Arts, which is regarded as France's second best fine arts museum after the Louvre. The museum is housed in the former Benedictine convent Saint-Pierre Palace, built in the 17th century. This museum has one of Europe's largest collections, with a particularly impressive collections of paintings and sculptures from the 14th to the 20th century. The museum also has an excellent collection of Impressionist paintings and modern art, as well as antiquities, ancient coins, and also graphic arts. Other than that, the Gallo-Roman era objects on display at the Museum of Archaeology include vases, gravestone, mosaics, statues, coins, and ceramics. The antiquities on display are from on-site digs as well as nearby Roman archaeological sites of Saint Romain and Gaul and Vienne. The collection is well known for its breadth and diversity. A monumental Hercules sculpture, decorative marble work from ancient baths, and a magnificent 100 square meter floor mosaic depicting images related to the god of the ocean are among the highlights of the collection. The museum also extends to a nearby archaeology site, which is about 300 meters away. The oldest ancient ruins in France, including 2 Roman theatres, can be found at this site. The Grand Theatre, which dates back to 15th century, was a venue for tragedies and also comedies. The Odeon was a musical performance theatre. There are also the ruins of a temple dedicated to the goddess Cybele. Next, cultural performance. The Lyon Opera House, located on Comedy Square, is an opulent 19th century opera house with a majestic dome. The original theatre was renovated by Jean Nouvel, who used modern architectural techniques to triple the size of structure. The Lyon Opera House presents a diverse range of opera, dance, and classical music concerts. The Celestines Theatre is a magnificent neoclassical theatre that was built in the 1881. The Exquisite Italian-style auditorium is one of the Europe's most beautiful. The theatre presents dramatic performance in French, ranging from classical repertory to contemporary plays.
Gras double or tripe lyonnaise is made of stomach lining of a cow or an ox that is common both in French and Asian cooking. In Lyon, it considered one of the culinary capitals of France. Tripe is a favorite dish in the down-to-earth bistros known as bouchons. The name gras double describes the method of cooking in 2 helpings of fat, which not only makes the tripe tender while still slightly chewy, about the same texture as a really good calamari, that also gives it a subtle richness. They are like luscious little toothsome noodles. A marron glaze is a more elaborate way of preparing a chestnut as a sweet snack. These little treats are essentially candied chestnuts with a slight glaze on top. The first known recipe for them appeared in Lyon in the 16th century. For this dish, it is ideally supposed to be larger for better quality chestnuts. These are what are called marrons in France, as opposed to châtaignes that generally refers to the smaller variety of chestnuts. They make a wonderful treat over the festive season and are perfect for gifting. Saint-Marcelin is a soft, unpasteurized, malt-ripened cheese that was prepared primarily using goat's milk until the 13th century and named after a small town of Saint-Marcelin, which is Isère. After that, cow's milk started to be utilized to manufacture this spherical cheese with a white yeast covering. The young cheese has a mild, somewhat salty flavor and a texture that ranges from firm to very runny. The crust is often brown with a smooth, creamy interior. It has a flavor that is highly rustic, nutty, and fruity.
Festival of Lights. Around December 8 of each year, the Festival of Lights in Lyon offers gratitude to Mary, the mother of Jesus. Streets, squares and facades of buildings come alive with art installation by lighting designers, visual artists and other video conjurers. This is one of a kind Lyonnese tradition requires that every house place candles around the outsides of all the windows, creating a beautiful effect across the streets. The festival includes various light-related activities, lasts for 4 days, with the height of the action occurring on the 8th. The Basilica of Fauvier, which is lit up in various colors, and the Place des Terreaux, which presents a different light show each year, are the two primary focal points of activity. This interacting light structure symbolizes a creature straight out of the depths of oceanography that visitors were invited to animate from 2 interactive kiosks. Next, Lyon Street Food Festival. It is a 4 days of celebration centered on a one-of-a-kind blend of food, culture, music and party. Every year, around 100 chefs, 100 staff members, 15 acts, and thousands of festival goers prepare to a party and come together to make the festival heartbeat. The purpose of this festival is to push the boundaries of cuisine and provide its attendees with a great balance of chefs who are challenged to step outside of their comfort zone and places. The Lyon Street Food Festival offers the chance to traverse the world through the street food, with no less than 4 geographical areas to select from. The heart of the festival, corners dedicated to the gastronomy and culture of these 4 places will be put up. This event is an addition to gastronomic exploration, offers a trip into the culture of these countries, particularly through free seminars. Interesting facts, UNESCO. Lyon's Historic Centre was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site on 5th December 1998. The UNESCO highlighted the exceptional testament to the continuity of urban settlement over more than 2 millennia on a site of significant commercial and strategic significance in its designation. The historic site's distinct regions include the Roman district and Fauvier, the Renaissance district Haute-Lyon, the Silk sector, and the peninsula, which features architecture from the 12th century to the present. Haute-Lyon and the Red Cross slopes are both noted for their small tunnels that cut through houses and connect streets on either side. UNESCO has safeguarded 5 km² of land from 4 separate periods: the Gallo-Roman age, the Renaissance age, the Industrial age, and lastly, the 19th century. Other than that, sport in Lyon, which is Lyon Canoe. Lyon Canoe is based in a developing urban area of La Confluence where it offers various nautical activities. This sports activity includes canoeing and paddleboarding on the banks of a Rhône, in the heart of the Garland Park. There are many local equipment rents and services available either for self-catering or supervised canoe, kayak and stand-up paddle tours. Interesting facts about these sports is the Lyon Canoe is the first European part of the 1% for the Planet Network, an international organisation whose members contribute at least 1% of their annual sales to the environment causes. Well, there are numerous of spots in Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes that are extremely gorgeous. However, these are the honourable mentions outside the Lyon city, such as town of Morzine during winter in Haute-Savoie department and also Venoise National Park in Savoie department.